So for people that are watching right now and haven't heard this album before, what we're going to do is we're going to put a link to the Spotify in the comments so you can go back and listen as we kind of go through the tracks. But just to imagine a gangster rap album of any capacity, I mean, I hate to say now everything's kind of called gangster rap.
It's true.
Everything's
gangster rap. Trap music is gangster rap. But this was very politically charged.
Mm-hmm.
Very politically charged. There's, for some of you younger viewers, DMX actually sampled that beat. Do you know what song I'm talking about? From the Romeo Must Die soundtrack, the song with Aaliyah. That's the same beat.
Try again? Because for me, I could see what Eazy-E could have become. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this guy is just like, there's no vocal performance.
No.
He's just almost talking the whole song.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
And when you hear him, you're like, oh, this is bigger than.
But he's not off beat
at all. Right? On it.
Yeah.
Weaves his way through it.
Yeah.
It feels like he wrote it because
your opponent comes at you MC-wise, or you hear fans dissing you. Your fans dissing you. Like what would hurt you more? The fans. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah. That's tough. And the fact that they made a point to call in to talk shit. That was deliberate. For you.
Right.
So we can give you an unfiltered breakdown of what all this music means to us, because hip hop's a huge part of our lives.
Huge.
Represented
huge
in a real way.
And it still is.
Yeah. And make sure you do the subscribes and the likes,
please,
and follows and the comments and all that stuff, because we're going to continue to bring you great music. One of the goals of this podcast as well is to start to interview other hip hop artists that are established.
Well, they took a rebellious stance, right?
Huge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fuck the police to the whole society.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what this whole album feels like.
It really is. Yeah.
Like there's obviously a recurring theme of smashing Ice Cube upside the head, because they really went at him on a lot of songs.
It's I don't think
they were airing him out as him being gay. I mean, in the 90s, if you call someone gay, that was like the ultimate diss.
You just killed your career in any Cube video.
Yeah. We'll get to lethal injection, and hopefully I'll win that back. I want to be on a Cube Fusion project.
Right.
But that was kind of like the epitome of a diss. If you pick someone's manhood that way.
It really was.
Yeah.
And it was.
And they dug to Dr. Dre, and that's kind of where the whole 217 connection started to build.
Right.
But if it wasn't for Warren G, a lot of acts would not have gotten onto the Death Row roster. I've heard stories about him being the reason that Daz and Corrupt ended up on Death Row.
Yep.
He kind of put out all those links to the artists. And honestly, musically, I think probably one of the most underrated artists